Welcome back to Uncle Matt's Cookery Lessons. Asparagus and broad bean soup today. I'll run you through the ingredients now.
So the ingredients, we've got garlic, thyme, half a leek, 1 stick of celery, a couple of medium-sized potatoes, those are Maris pipers, 1 white onion, half a cup of milk, not measured, some broad beans, and there's about 1.5 bunches of asparagus. And at the back there's chicken stock, and vegetarians just use a vegetable stock. What you can see me doing here is a massive waste of time, as it turns out. But I'm shelling the broad beans. These ones were frozen. You can, if it's in season, you can get fresh broad beans. You need to blanch them in boiling water and then refresh them in icy water. But I'm shelling them because, obviously, one, I'm an idiot. You can shell the ones you want for a garnish, and just those. The rest of them, just chuck them in the soup with the pods on, because you're going to blend this and we're going to pass it through a sieve later. So, massive waste of time there. Well done, me. And there's me, feeling sorry for myself. Why I give myself such a stupid job? Anyway, we all make mistakes. So let's get this cooking. Already heated pan, some olive oil, as always. So we're going to start by sweating the vegetables. I didn't bother showing you me chop these up because it doesn't matter, they're all going to get blended at the end, so just hack them up. Garlic and onions in, leek and celery, which were washed. Always wash leeks and celery, please. The bottom ends of the asparagus, the more woody ends, take a bit longer to cook. A potato. So just get that started. Don't forget to season this. Add a bit of salt and pepper at the beginning. Helps the cooking get on the way. Now that's the chicken stock going in. That's well chilled, nice and jellified. Again, please vegetarians, just use a vegetable stock. And also, I added the milk at this stage, but there's something wrong with my camera. It cut it off. So trust me, that's when you put the milk in as well. About 10 minutes later, 10 to 15 minutes later, the vegetables were getting nice and soft, the potatoes were just about ready, so I decided to put the broad beans and the tops of the asparagus in. Give that another 5 to 10 minutes. Five to 10 minutes later, in with a stick blender, or you can use a liquidizer, but not a RoboCoop, not the food processor ones. They're not so good for this. This is going to take a while to break down. I needed at least 5 minutes of this. Don't need to see that. This is a little additional bonus flavour. Bit of freshly grated nutmeg goes beautifully with asparagus. But don't worry about it if you don't have any. It's not essential, but it's just nice. So one final blitz with the blender and then it's going to be passed. I've got an equal sized pan and that is a nice conical strainer you can see there. A sieve will do. These are great though because they're solid, they're not as delicate, they won't break, because you've got to be a little bit forceful here. If you watch me with the back of the ladle, don't forget to kick the tripod, it's quite essential at this stage of making a soup as well. You see I'm pushing that through. If you're going to use a sieve for that, you're going to wreck your sieve. So, it's only a few quid, go and get one of those. Adjust the seasoning and also the consistency. If it's a bit too thick, mine was, I added a little bit of water to it as well. So I'm just tasting for salt and pepper. Put a bit more in. However you like it, this is your soup. This is a little suggestion for a garnish. Quail eggs, really, really lovely. quite accessible. You get them in Waitrose, the posh one. That's in the UK, don't know about the rest of the world. What you see me doing here is with a serrated knife, just breaking through the outside of the shell. They're quite hard to crack like conventional chicken eggs, if you see what I mean. Some gently simmering water, just drop it in there. Don't worry if it looks a bit like it's all gone a bit wrong, it will come back together a little bit. You can add a splash of vinegar to the water if you want to help keep the egg nice and tight. That's going to take about a minute, which I'm going to speed up, because who wants to watch that for a minute? So you just basically work it out. When it's ready, you'll be able to tell. Just give it a touch with your finger. You want the yolk to be soft and the white to be cooked. Now let's go and set this up. What I've done with those broad beans, I've just dropped them in boiling water for a minute or so, just to make sure they were soft and cooked. But I wanted them to stay nice and green. Again, this is just suggestions for garnishing. You can just pop this in a bowl and eat it. Don't worry about it. But I think this looks nice. That is some double cream. Just put it in the bottle and I shook it around for 30 seconds. It thickens it ever so slightly and makes garnishing with it a little bit easier. That's pretty old school presentation, but I think it looks nice. So I'm just sitting the egg on the top there, and I'm going to go one step further and I'm just going to give it a little nip with a knife to encourage a bit of the yolk to run out. This is all very, very last minute if you're having friends over for this, but they will be impressed, I guarantee it. If I can get it open. Come on. Come on. There it goes. Doesn't that look nice? One final touch. That is a parmesan twill biscuit, and I'm going to share in the description a video I did on those earlier. Anyway, thank you again very much for watching Uncle Matt's cookery lessons. I hope you enjoyed it. Please, if you did, give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, get on and do that. Share it with your friends and help this channel grow, and then I can do lots more videos like this for your entertainment. It's obvious. Anyway, please don't forget to check me out in the next video soon. Goodbye.